Welcome back to the video series. We're on video 3. Today we're talking about carbs, carbohydrates. So first video we spoke about calories, so it's a calorie battle. If you're looking to lose fat, you want to eat less than you're burning, so create that deficit. If you're looking to maintain, you're going to eat the same. If you're looking to gain muscle, increasing. Protein, if you remember, stays 1.6 to 2.2 grams per kilo of body weight, and the longer you're in a deficit, you want to aim for 2.2. If you're in a surplus, you're eating more, you want to aim for 1.6, just because there's less breakdown. But going on to carbohydrates, these aren't essential for energy, but they are very quick and very easy energy for you to use. So if you're on a low carbohydrate diet, your brain primarily uses carbs for energy. Everything turns into carbs, and that's what your brain uses. So even if you have zero carbs, your body finds a way of making carbs in the form of glucose. Your brain has fuel. That's why if you're super tired and you will reach for a snack, it's probably going to be carby. It probably won't be nuts, just because that's quick and easy, accessible energy. And carbs aren't bad. The two things you want to consider are if they're natural and starchy carbs, or they're highly processed and sugary carbs. Generally, if they're highly processed and sugary carbs, then they're going to spike your blood sugar. What that means is you get high energy and then it crashes down low energy, which will have you reaching for a snack within 1 or 2 hours. You want to favour kind of starchier carbs. Fruits have sugar, but they are amazing for you because they come with fibre. They're not just like fruit juice. And fruit juice is like a liquid carb. I would say that's processed, so it's not as good. But if you're struggling to eat as many calories as you have to eat, include some fruit juice. So like I said, the primary energy source of the brain is carbs, and you want to give yourself enough carbs just so that you can function on a day-to-day basis. It's not essential. You can actually go zero carb, and your body will find a way of turning fats, even protein, into carbs so that your brain can function. That's a survival mechanism. But I don't recommend cutting them out completely, because they are the main energy source when you're lifting weights, if you're doing high intensity training. But if you're doing generally low intensity stuff, a lot of walking, nothing too strenuous, you don't need as many carbohydrates. So good carbohydrate sources, like I said, are starchy carbohydrates. And if we go back to the calorie battle on video 1, then it almost doesn't matter to an extent. As long as you're getting enough fibre from starchy sources like fruit, vegetables, oats, things like that, then you can get away with eating the sugar. I don't recommend it because it just keeps that reward system going in your brain, and you're going to crave that sugar even more. But definitely consider just having more healthy carbohydrates. So you're talking rice, white or brown is fine, as long as you're combining it with protein and fats and veg. Then any kind of vegetable, sweet potatoes, normal potatoes, oats, fruit, as I said, and those are the main ones. And there's pasta could be fine as well. Just make sure it's not overly processed. You're looking for more of a natural source. And again, anything in context is fine. You can still have cake and pure sugar as long as the other 80 and 90% of your diet is super healthy. You're getting enough protein, you're hitting your targets, and you're managing your calories. And then fruit, stick to more berries if you're trying to manage calories, because berries come with a lot of vitamins, minerals and fibre, but they don't come with a lot of calories, and they are like superfoods. But things like bananas, melons and grapes, they come with a lot less fibre but a lot higher sugar. So just be mindful of that, minimise those other ones. But things with a skin on, pear, oranges, they're all good for you because they're just slower to digest and they're going to give you natural energy. Anything processed, sugars, chocolate bars, all that stuff probably isn't ideal. But if you have a sweet tooth and it's going to keep you on track and stop you from overeating, then you can have them as long as you hit your protein and your calories, and you're going to be fine. But just know that you want to manage that. Like sometimes if you go too strict and you cut out all dirty carbs, all processed foods, what tends to happen is that you end up binging because you've restricted yourself so much. So be sensible. Obviously, I'm going to coach you through it, but manage your intake. If you know that you love chocolate, don't not eat chocolate, because when you do, you're just going to eat the whole bar. So that's the basics of carbs. You do need them, and there's roughly, you can have anything between 1 gram per kilo up to 9 grams if you're a high performing athlete. But what you want to do, I always give clients flexibility, is with your calories and your protein, then you just manage your carbs and your fats. You can just pick and choose. If one day you feel better and you want to train harder, You could eat more carbs and less fats, and then you change that up. If the next day you're not really exercising, you would eat less carbs and a little bit more fats just to manage your calories. And protein will roughly always stay the same, split evenly into 3 to 6 meals. So that's the basics. And again, I'm not trying to go on too much. These videos are already too long, not too confusing, hopefully. But if you've got any questions, just ask me. This is just the staple to create that awareness, and you don't need to know the ins and outs, you just need to know roughly the calories. So protein is 4 calories per gram, carbs is 4, and then fats are 9. And I'll go over fats in the next video. So speak to you then, and let's